The Texas floods this summer were absolutely devastating. But what a lot of people don't realize is the impact that those floods had on animals, both pets and wildlife. Separated from their families, or worse, lost their lives in the floodwaters. Animal shelters in Texas were completely overwhelmed. When the water rises, a lot of pets are displaced from their homes. Nests were washed away, and baby animals drowned. The flooding also resulted in the deaths of countless livestock and major impacts to farm operations. And the ground was so saturated that animals couldn't run to higher ground. Horses and many animals get trapped in the mud. It's a story that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's important to remember that animals suffer during natural disasters too. What do animals do when their entire habitat starts burning to the ground? You'd think that they'd be able to just run away, but it's not that simple. When a wildfire happens, the immediate threat is the flames, the heat, and the smoke. Smaller, less mobile creatures like koalas are particularly vulnerable. Smoke inhalation can kill them just as effectively as the fire itself. And if they survive, they'll have to deal with the long-term effects of respiratory issues and eye irritation. Certain birds that rely on insects benefit from the abundant food after a fire. In the long term, wildfires can degrade entire ecosystems. And when the water runs off, it can carry contaminants that harm aquatic life. Do you live in New Jersey? What happened on Monday, July 14, 2025, will go down in history as one of the worst floods ever. Severe thunderstorms rolled through the state, bringing with them heavy flash flooding, especially to Union and Somerset counties. Some areas received over 6.5 inches of rain in just hours. This caused dozens of residents to be rescued from their homes and vehicles. Places like North Plainfield and Scotch Plains were hit particularly hard. Most flights were canceled at Newark Liberty International Airport as a result of the storm. So several wildfires are burning in Colorado's western slope. Many of them were sparked by lightning over the weekend. And with the ongoing dry conditions and steep, difficult terrain, they're just getting worse. That's because the smoke is so thick and the air quality is so poor. An air quality health advisory for wildfire smoke has been issued for Mesa, Delta, and Montrose counties until Friday morning, July 18th. Resources are being deployed to fight the blazes. We're talking hundreds of firefighters, fire engines, helicopters, scooper planes, all trying to get ahead of these fires. As you can see, the smoke is traveling for miles. The second wave impact from the renewed heavy rains on Sunday, July 13th, not only caused further damage and new evacuations, but it also severely hampered ongoing search and rescue operations for those missing from the initial floods. Over 100 homes were damaged just in the last round of flooding. In a couple of days on Wednesday, the entire area can expect more rain, which means there's a possibility of more flash flooding. Search efforts along the Guadalupe River in Kerr County had to be temporarily suspended due to the heavy rains. These operations did resume on Monday, July 14th. But here's the thing. More rain is on the way. In response to this catastrophic flooding, one county commissioner is now requesting more cell service and more sirens in flash flood-prone areas. Texas Flood Update, July 12, 2025. As of today, 129 people have passed away. Regrettably, about 170 people are still missing, and it's been a week since the initial floods. So the chances of finding survivors are not good. But we can't lose hope. But search and rescue crews are still out there looking, checking every single place along a 30-mile stretch of the Guadalupe River. This is disturbing. At least 27 campers and counselors from Camp Mystic, which is an all-young female summer camp located along the Guadalupe River, they have lost their lives in the flood. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected by this tragedy.
Any soldier, any troop, they experience it. It's one of the most helpless times of my life where you can't help. You just can't.
How did the Texas flood happen? In July of 2025, over 120 people passed away due to catastrophic flooding. Hundreds more were injured, including a large number of pets and wildlife. Search and rescue operations were hampered by the sheer amount of wreckage. The devastating Central Texas floods were the result of several interconnected factors. Essentially a weather phenomenon that creates multiple thunderstorms over the same location for several hours, dumped enormous amounts of rain. Over 20 inches of rain in just a few hours, which is equal to about 4 months' worth of rain. The second factor was the unique geography of the area, also known as Flash Flood Alley. Other factors such as overwhelmed infrastructure, drainage systems, and urban runoff also played a role. The Texas floods have devastated countless lives. But what can you do to help? This video will show you how. To help the people of Texas, you can donate to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund or to national charities like the Red Cross and the Salvation Army. You can also donate supplies, volunteer your time, or even help reunite lost pets with their owners. As for the furry friends in need, there are several organizations providing relief for animals, including Mutt Nation, Austin Pets Alive, and the Best Friends Animal Society. You can donate to these charities or help out by fostering a pet. And together, we can make a real difference in the lives of those affected by the Texas floods. Texas is in the middle of a disaster like no other. Floodwaters have taken over neighborhoods, forcing families to escape with just the clothes on their backs. In these tough times, heroes are stepping up. First responders, volunteers, and everyday Americans are risking it all to save people and animal lives. This is already considered one of the deadliest and most destructive in the state's history. This is who we are, brave and united. Let's stand with Texas and support every life that needs us right now. Together, we're unbreakable. We are Americans. This is what the Texas floods are doing to animals. In the wake of the devastating floods in Texas, many animals have been displaced or lost. Animal shelters in the affected areas are being overwhelmed. Groups like Austin Pets Alive are still going out every day to search for and rescue animals. They've found some heartwarming moments, like reuniting a cat with its owner after it was swept away in the flood. Wings of Rescue, a non-profit organization, transported over 120 dogs and cats from Central Texas shelters to Fort Worth. Standing water and contaminated floodwaters pose health risks to animals. The Texas flood disaster has left a trail of destruction, homes washed away, families displaced, and countless animals fighting for their lives. When it comes to the aftermath of a natural disaster, we often focus on the damage to property and the impact on human lives. But in the midst of this disaster, countless animals are also suffering. Floods can wipe out entire ecosystems in a matter of hours. And when humans are displaced, their pets often get left behind. In Texas, thousands of pets are reported missing after major floods. Amid this disaster, countless volunteers, animal rescue groups, and emergency services are working around the clock to save lives. Our hearts and prayers are with Texas. Thank you for watching Wilderness Uncut. While the devastating Texas floods have been relentless, destroying homes, displacing families, and leaving entire communities underwater, what's often overlooked is the deadly threat these floods pose to animals, both wild and domestic. From stranded pets to endangered wildlife, the floods in Texas are causing a heartbreaking struggle for survival. In the frantic rush to evacuate, many families have been forced to leave their animals behind, leading to heartbreaking scenes of creatures trapped in the rising waters. But amidst this tragedy, there is hope. Brave volunteers, animal rescue organizations, and first responders are working tirelessly to save the animals caught in this disaster. This is a story of survival, and it's happening right now. Thank you for watching. Regular, everyday Americans are true heroes. As you've seen in this footage from Texas, The recent devastating floods have left communities underwater. But humans aren't the only ones fighting for survival. Countless animals, both wild and domestic, are struggling to escape the rising water. As floodwaters cover vast areas of Texas, wildlife is being forced out of their natural habitats. Many families had to flee, leaving behind pets and livestock who now suffer. Pets and farm animals are also at risk. However, amid the disaster, countless volunteers, animal rescue groups, and first responders are risking their lives to save animals trapped by floodwaters. Thank you for watching Wilderness Uncut. At least 53 people have passed away in the Central Texas floods in July 2025. And in the aftermath, many are searching for their lost loved ones. But the floods have also had a devastating impact on animals, both wild and domestic. Aquatic species are also displaced, and their habitats completely altered. For livestock, bacterial infections are a major concern. Floodwater can carry harmful bacteria that cause skin and hooves infections in cattle, horses, sheep, and goats. Wildlife is also at risk, as floods destroy their habitats and force them to your home or yard. And when there's standing water around, it can be a breeding ground for mosquitoes and other disease-carrying insects. Thank you for watching Wilderness Uncut.